It's yours truly. I might need to, that might be good. That might be a good setup there. I was going to drop that down a little bit. Mic check, mic check. We might go out into the field. I don't know. How y'all doing? Come on in here. What's up? Awaken. Y'all come on in here. If y'all ain't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Reporting live. I'm sleep. We back at it, man. 19,000 views in the last few days. Appreciate that, Awaken. We want to double that, quadruple that. I see 4 people. I need to see 4 likes. Y'all come on in here, man. Hit that like button, subscribe button, share this video. It's pretty cold out there. And make sure y'all get over there too, man. Yeah, that's the gimbal. It's sitting on the gimbal right now. I got the Osmo. I want to say it's the Osmo 6 gimbal on the tripod. We probably gonna get that scanner going. Do a couple rounds. See what's going on out here. We on Detroit's west side. Make sure y'all get over there to my channel, man. We got another Wayne County official, taxpayer-funded official, short 10 cents. They're raping us out of all that money, and this guy was short 10 cents. And he didn't even understand that there's a deposit on pop, soda, whatever you want to call it. There's a deposit, and that you paying that tax for. You can get your 10 cents back when you bring the bottle or can back. But he didn't understand that. So he threw a fit with the clerk. And the clerk explaining to him, hey, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm about to rip them things out the wall, man. I was just live on Facebook. They said the same thing. Y'all don't go nowhere. Let me shut this off, man. These damn things chirping. I'm tired of it. Okay, that's one. This one don't even have batteries in it. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm about to shut them all off. I'm gonna get some more batteries tomorrow. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, sorry about that. It was one alarm right above me. This one right here. Let me shut this window. It's a little chilly now. But yeah, sorry about that. It's an alarm right here above me. That's crazy. Yeah, it's all right. I'm gonna get it together, y'all. I'm gonna get some batteries tomorrow. Y'all got my word. But like I was saying, man, get over there. Once again, it's the contradictions that I'm posting. Okay. That's one of the reasons why they hate me. All right. Um, I'm gonna give y'all all these little clips from they interviews and they press conferences where they constantly patting themselves on the back. All right, that's all they do. Now I ain't just talking about the police. I'm talking about our city officials as well. All right, I done reached out to multiple uh, police commissioners, city council members, Detroit, Warren, Michigan. It's very well documented. I document all that. Y'all remember back when I first started filming in the city of Warren, Michigan, pure scum. Y'all remember when I first started recording and they confronted me in front of the city hall. It was a police sergeant and I want to say two or three rookies who ended up later setting me up and it got caught. I pulled their body cameras, I pulled all that. So right after that first encounter, that first real bad encounter, where they told me, hey, just go down the street, get out of here. All right, and I told him, I said, man, it's not 1930. I mean, you can't be running around just talking to people like that. You know, have I committed any crimes? Right? He couldn't articulate a crime. He had no reasonable, articulable suspicion. He just kept pressing for my ID, knowing you don't get no ID unless you got a crime. Unless I'm about to commit, I'm actually committing at the time, or I had already committed. He had neither one of those. All right? So I went to the city council and I did that speech. I read off the First Amendment, I read off the Fourth Amendment, and then I made clear my intentions and why I was visiting that city to document. And I told all the city council members, don't let this happen again. All right, so they didn't care. It went through one ear and out the other. And that's what we're dealing with in the city of Warren. All right? It's all a grand scheme. And it's going all the way to the top of the government, right? Has always been that way. So y'all can keep marching and doing all this and that because you know what they know. Y'all gonna go back to work the next day. Y'all don't want to go to jail. Y'all don't want to see the stuff that I've seen and that other guys out there who doing what I do didn't see. All right. And by the way, I want to shout out to everybody that's been supporting this channel and shout out to the guys um, and the females who have showed up to court. And always, definitely to Michelle's one of my biggest cases out of the city of Warren where they set me up and got caught. All right, my alleged victim who didn't even know she was in paperwork filed by the police department and falsified warrants as a victim. She was listed as a victim, and she didn't even know it because she wasn't a victim. I had done nothing to her. She had left the area and went to work, and that was the end of it. All right, there was no crime whatsoever. This lady, after 2 long years of a drawn out malicious prosecution, she was sitting next to me on the day of trial. We exchanged phone numbers and we left there that day with a victory. All right. So before the end, Then up until then, and after that, they really turned up the heat, right? They don't want me in the city of Warren whatsoever, period. And they gave me one PPO, and then they gave me another PPO, okay? The first, and by the way, for the record, I did take that case to Court of Appeals where they banned me from the police department, okay? Literally, banned. I want to say this happened to another guy in another state that another cop watcher. He was banned from a certain area, but literally banned me from the police department, the city hall next door, and basically the courthouse because they gave me a quarter-mile radius. They banned me from that whole area. I had never committed any crimes. No crimes. Especially no crimes valid enough for me to be banned from a certain fucking area. I think if I was really a threat to anybody, I would be under a jail, especially being a threat to any public official. All right? I would be under the jail or dead if I was really a threat. So let's just get that out the picture. All right? So they don't want me around whatsoever. All right? And the same thing is coming true in the city of Detroit. If you go over to my channel, these cops out here just as dumb, if not dumber, or more reckless, right? We got the city of Detroit. They literally putting up videos. I just put it on my channel the other day, where they had this little video made up of a cop rolling a stop sign, right? And it's all staged and made up. They're trying to go over the ordinances and the MCLs or whatever, rolling through stop signs and running red lights or distracted driving. I think was the actual video. Distracted driving. How many times have y'all seen Detroit cops on their phone while they was driving or sitting at a stoplight texting or running a red light or rolling a stop sign? And then you got the city official who just held a man that, yeah, sure, the guy wasn't minding his own business. We all get that. But when you put it on a scale and you're thinking about who win and who lose in that situation, you got the city official in here arguing with the clerk over 10 cents. And they rob us for millions every day. And this guy, all he had to do was go to the car and get 10 pennies. All right. So then you got this other guy that come in the gas station behind him who's clearly impatient and nosy. And he say, listen, man, it's a tax on pop. What's up, Black Gold? Appreciate you. Come on in here. Hit that like button for me. And he say, look, man, it's a tax on that. He got the proof right there, which he should have already known. And the guy said, listen, man, stay out of my business. Then the city official, this Wayne County official, he go to the car, he get his pistol. After he done already assaulted this guy, he go to the car and get his pistol, he get his wife, and she either had a separate pistol or she gave him, or he gave her his pistol after they done already came back into the store, made this guy get on his knees, apologized, and then threatened to blow his brains out. Okay? Time after time after time after time again, we got people getting into a position, a public position. And I think it's something about it, man. It just give them that power. And it's that culture, that government culture. All right, they get in these positions. I mean, it could be for the fucking landscape crew for the city hall. Whatever taxpayer funded position. As soon as they get in these public positions, they just feel so above the law. they feel so untouchable. Or if they reach this certain level of income, right? They got all this money, and they got all this position and all this status. They feel so untouchable. All right, and these are the people that's really out here committing these crimes. And while somebody might think, hey, oh, that's nothing. Oh, they just arrested you for recording, or they arrested you for, just something they might have thought you did, right? Knowing that you didn't commit no crimes. All right, we got DPD, I didn't upload the video yet, but I got another video from. He's actually one of my customers and a good friend of mine, but he documented Detroit police stopping in the middle of the street, on the side street, East Detroit, right? It's a side residential street, and that's really where they're getting away with a lot of stuff too. They're going down these residential streets where you got guys walking down the street, or maybe sitting on a porch, or whatever the case may be, and they minding their own business, and they being profiled. Okay, they being illegally searched. And I put you my right hand, the same thing happened to me multiple times. Okay, multiple times. And that's part of the reason and of my motivation to start recording is that, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And like I said multiple times, I didn't understand when I first saw people recording government and police and all this. I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on. Some of the videos was hilarious. I mean, I started out with, Big Nick, Joe Cool, stuff like this. And so I didn't understand. And then as I started to understand and gain that knowledge of what was really going on, and I ain't talking about, being able to sue people and all this and that, but the power of documentation and the power of video, then I was like, oh, that's it. That's it right there. So no matter what they did, no matter what they do to me, I can't lose. All right, they gonna always hide their body cameras. What happened? They hide their body cameras. They destroy the video. They alter the video. And they gonna tell you a different story. And they only need a little bit of time because, again, they know you're gonna march like a good slave, and then you're gonna take your ass home. You're gonna go back to work. You're gonna go back to your life to where you want it, nice and smooth, nice and easy. Okay? That's what they know. The guy that just got killed by the police out in New York, that story, it was aired. I ain't seen it no more. This guy was literally handcuffed, and you got all the other stories too. You got the Michigan State Police. I want to say this was just last year. Michigan State Police chasing a guy, ran him over and crushed him right up against the wall. This guy was literally running, and he got close to the wall. Here come the state trooper in the SUV, smashed this guy right up against the wall, killed him. I don't hear nobody talking about that. You got the guy in New York handcuffed to a bed. I want to say it was like 13 cops in that room. Punching him, kicking him, hitting him with shoes. Everything you can possibly think of. Beat him to death while he was in handcuffs, laying down. So imagine being handcuffed, somebody holding your arms, your torso, your legs, and then you just taking strike after strike after strike, and then they choked him up by his neck and his collar, swung them around, yanked them around, just like Roseville Police Department did me back in 2019. That's on video too. I pulled the video from the courthouse lobby. I pulled the video from the parking lot. I pulled the video from the court officer's cell phone. We subpoenaed his personal cell phone. We pulled the video from the booking area. I need every single piece of evidence throughout the whole chain of custody. We need everything. Every motion that was filed, every report that was created, we need everything. And I had the attorney on that case ask me when I had first met her in her office, because I was moving like that and I didn't know nothing. She asked me, she said, are you a Moor or a sovereign citizen? Because I had everything. I had all the police reports, and my file was this thick. I had it in a nice folder. I had all the police reports. I had the video footage. I had that on a hard drive. I had every single piece of evidence that was filed right there. And she thought I was a sovereign citizen or a Moor. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is everything you need. She had to do nothing. She literally asked me one question. Oh man, and why ain't her name hitting me? She was at a Grosse Pointe. It'll come to me later, but I have every single email. I have every single motion. I have the case law and everything that was argued. The motion to change venue, right? Because the only thing she asked me, the only work she had to do was, do you want to change venue? And I initiated that, right? Because why would I want to get assaulted in Roseville courthouse and then try my case in Roseville courthouse when I was set up and assaulted in Roseville courthouse, in the court marshals at the front door, the security guards were involved. That's the guys whose personal cell phone I had to subpoena, right? They got me assaulted and wrongfully arrested for recording in the courthouse lobby as I was trying to request public information. And then right before I was assaulted, I turned around and I panned my camera, and guess who's recording me with a personal cell phone? The same guys who just called the same court marshals, the security guards that just called the police to get me assaulted. He's recording me on his personal cell phone. I told him, I said, I'm gonna get that video off your cell phone. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And I got that video off his cell phone. So, yeah, man, that's what it is, man. These people, these public officials, man, and they just think they untouchable, right? Any position of power whatsoever, if they not out here in these streets, in the government agents, these cops and these commissioners and these fucking council members, whatever you want to call them, if it ain't them, then it's the Treasury Department. It's somebody stealing your money in some kind of way. Right? We got prison officials and wardens and stuff like this keeping people longer than they ERD to use them as cheap labor. All right? They got every single thing that you could possibly think of going on. And they sweeping it all under the rug. Warren Police Department just got sued for, I want to say it was $100 million per person Yashi, what up? They per cop sued for $100 million each for a fatal crash that they caused by reckless driving and speeding, hit the side of an SUV, doing what I want to say was what was that? Was that Figer law? I think it was Figer. Doing border policing, right? They don't want to. They don't want nobody from Detroit crossing over 8 Mile. They see 8 Mile as a border. They sitting right there as soon as you cross. And the same thing for East Point police. When you cross over Gratiot, when you're going down Gratiot and you cross over 8 Mile, you see the cops right there in the Michigan turnaround. Or you'll see them right there in the gas station or right there tucked next to the donut shop. They sitting there, they waiting for you right at the border. That's their border. You don't come in there. All right? Or they're going to get you. But I tell you what story you will see, because that's all they care about. That's all they care about is they schemes and they interests, right? All you see on the news is Luigi. All right? They're going to brush everything else under the rug. And then they know, like I said, you're going to go back to your NFL games, your baseball games, your football games. That's all we care about, right? Me personally, I don't give a fuck. So, miss me. But they know that's what the people going back to. And somebody just made this point the other day. I want to say I seen it in the video about the circus and about all these domes, right, from the Roman days, right? All these domes. It's just a big circus. And all these athletes, they just clowns in a circus. And they down there playing for y'all entertainment. And they just keeping y'all distracted. Y'all doing all the footwork while they robbing y'all behind closed doors. Yeah, it's all rigged. It's all one big scheme. It's all one big scheme. And the world know it. It's all one big scheme. And now they coming for y'all kids. They coming for y'all kids. And that's where it's really getting crazy, right? Look at California. They letting y'all burn up. They letting y'all burn up. They ain't giving y'all water. They ain't got no food. Nothing. They sending all the money overseas. They got money for everything else. But then you gonna burn up. That's what's gonna happen. The government, they planned all that. I wouldn't be surprised if you caught them going around with a lighter or something, just lighting fires. Yeah, or the laser fires. Yep, I seen a story on that too, about how it won't affect blue objects. I really wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. All right, so why you think the real criminals, it's just what I want to tell you, it's going to be the biggest point, man. Not just to always record, but when you think of criminal, and you thinking of like somebody that's really dangerous, you better look at your government. You better look at these people that's dressed up like heroes. I don't give a damn if a cop, just like I said in the video I just posted the other day, you are your first line of defense. Not your government, not the police. Somebody, they responsive. Somebody kicked my door down. I have to protect myself. There's no calling the police before they fucking stab me or rob me or do whatever they gonna do. I gotta reach over here and grab a blade or an axe or something and hurry up and hit them with that or stab them with that or fucking try to jump out this window. You gotta protect yourself. So you better have a camera ready and you better have something, whatever. I mean, if you can legally own, you better arm yourself. You better do whatever you have to do to protect yourself. Your government will not protect you. I promise you. How many times do they have to prove it? They let, okay, and we just hypotheticals, right? Because they involved in everything that's happening. The government is involved in everything that's going on. COVID. These ain't just some conspiracy theories. All right, this ain't some just made up shit. And if they not directly tied in, they allowed it to happen. Is my point. They ain't doing nothing about nothing. They didn't let COVID be unleashed. They're giving you drugs. They're giving you guns. They're giving you fires. They letting your water lines go bad. We got a electrical grid that's going bad. We got land that's being owned by China. We owe them what? 30-something trillion, I think it is right now. Y'all better get it together, man. Americans, man, we getting so soft. That's part of the problem right there. Y'all are so soft. If something really, really crazy go down, like what's going on overseas, and that's where they go to do all they wars and they bombings and all this and that, because like I said, the government feel like, oh, we can't be touched. Ain't nobody gonna bomb us. Ain't nobody gonna invade us. Let us get nuked out. Well, of course, it's all over then, but invaded, whatever the case may be, any type of big crazy attacks, anything like this. So many people ain't gonna know what to do. When it boils down to food and water, the main thing is just gonna make somebody go crazy. Let it just boil down to food and water alone. Just food and water. Go without some food and water, and you gotta tell your kids, hey, this is where we gotta get some food and water from. All right? Who know how to start a fire? Who know how to filter water? Okay? Who know how to create a respiratory mask? Who know how to do anything that's gonna preserve your own life? Who know how to perform CPR? Who know how to install a tourniquet? Anything. Y'all better start paying attention. Y'all don't even know how to grow food, man. There's a lot of people out here that don't even know how to grow food and store food and can food and nothing. A lot of people are just gonna be hit. So in the meantime, I'm telling you this right now. You don't have to go out there, and they didn't caught on to this. All right? So I'm going to tell you what. Hit that record button and stop letting them know you're recording. All right? Hide your camera. That's what I'm telling you. And it ain't no secret. That's the new approach. So to all the guys out there, man, Y'all better put them up. If y'all want to see some true colors and y'all think y'all really badass, because I can promise you, Detroit police will punch you in the mouth. We done seen it plenty of times. They got a lawsuit right now. They titled it "The Punch Heard Around the World." Detroit cop, downtown Detroit. I want to say it was during the Tigers game or after the Tigers game. I want to say last year, or was it 2023? It wasn't too long ago. But they punched the guy right in his mouth, knocked him out. He fell to the ground. And I'm pretty sure the same cop that punched him, he came over there, he propped him up on his leg as he on the ground, and then he just walked off. Guy fell back to the ground. He stumbled. All right, so they see this. They done seen this. They done sent out memos to the news, to all the different public agencies. All right. And the local news, you know what they call you. That story is up there too. Stop acting confused. The local news, you know what they called us. The guys that record government and record police. Frauditors. All right. That's the new title. Frauditors. All right. They didn't caught on to this. Looking in the cars, walking around, doing this and that. Hide the cameras, and you're going to really see some true colors. All right? Ain't nobody going around and saying, hey, breaking in stores and robbing these cars and whatever, and they see a camera up in the corner. They not just putting their face up like, hey, look at me, let me show you this. Watch this, I'm about to steal this car. Watch this. But when they don't know that camera is there, that's when you're going to really see. All right? So always record, man. Hide them cameras. Hey, I think that's Evan. I can barely see that. I need to get glasses. But yeah, man, it's right there. You gotta gain that knowledge. Yeah, they in a lot of cases they will attack you instead of help you. They will. And that's just what the case is. That's what it's boiling down to. So, at the end of the day, when somebody say, hey, you got good apples, you got bad apples, we pay the police to go out there and jump on the front line. Like I said, still they're responsive. So if something happens, you're gonna have to protect yourself in that moment. Just like in the movies. At the end of all these movies, what do you hear? The sirens. That's when the sirens start. Jason, Michael Myers, what was the other movie where they broke into blind guy's house? I just watched it the other day. But the police come at the end of the movie. That's when they show up. They show up at the end of the movie. Everything that already went down. The police show up at the end of the movie. That's the same thing for real life. You better protect yourself in that moment, because that's the only thing you got. If you want me to believe that somebody's gonna come save me, when these are the same people that's arresting me for not committing crimes and setting me up for not committing crimes, I mean, got another thing coming. It's no good, guys. I mean, if you got a cop that's literally saying, hey, I'm about to sign up. I haven't met one that said, hey, you go around and ask me, hey, why did I be a cop? I bet you not one of them gonna say, oh, I want to be a cop and I signed up because it starts accountability and change and uh, fighting the bad guys that start within. So I'm really signing up just to infiltrate different police departments and filter out all the bad guys and and arrest cops for the most part. You don't. How often you see a cop arresting another cop? Time after time again, I'm getting set up. I just posted a video the other day. Detroit police calling me a loser. He said, "Why are you recording me?" I said, "Because you swore an oath to the Constitution. I'm exercising the Constitution." They don't even understand that. They go to this bullshit academy. I mean, but even if they did understand, they don't care. That's not what they train for. They train for using intimidation and force and controlling every situation, every encounter. That's what they train for. Force, control, intimidation. And he say, "Why you recording me?" Literally told him, "Because you swore an oath to the Constitution and I'm exercising the Constitution." I mean, these should be the guys that say, "Okay, man, I'm gonna be right here to protect you while you do so." But instead, he replies, "Oh man, what the fuck ever, man. You recording because you a loser. That's why you doing it, because you a loser." Quote. That's what he said. He said, "You're recording because you a loser." Imagine that. And sure, complaint was filed. I filed numerous complaints on DPD. And over the course of 7 years, guess how many complaints got sustained? Guess how much action got taken against the false arrest, the "you're a loser." I had another cop call me a bum. "You're a bum." And on the side of the squad car, it says professionalism, integrity, community. Right there on the side of the squad car. You go check it out for yourself. Guess how many complaints got sustained over the course of 7 years? Zero. With video evidence of every single complaint filed. I sent them all the links. Zero. They not gonna do nothing, man. So again, dressed up like heroes, but these are really the bad guys. See, the guy in the street, he'll shoot you. They might arrest him for it because that falls in line with, if they can catch him or if they want to, they'll say, see, a guy like me, they may overlook some things, so maybe accountability won't come if somebody do something to me, because they don't want me around anyways. If I'm coming for them, they gonna eliminate me so they don't have no worries, right? That's one less person we got to worry about trying to hold us accountable and get transparency and expose us for who we really are. So when it comes down to the regular guy, though, yeah, they may catch who might have shot you or robbed you because they want to look like the good guys, and that's just more ammo. But at the end of the day, they really the bad guys, because yeah, we can arrest him for shooting you, but if we shoot you, we can get away with it. And that's what makes them so dangerous. They can walk away. They can get away with it. They got qualified immunity. They got all these different protections in place, and they're gonna get away with it. A lot of people out there, just like the video I'm finna post, where DPD parked the car right in the middle of the street. Car parked here, car parked here. They stopped right in the middle. Cars couldn't go around, nothing. Left the doors open, driver and passenger door left open. It was clear that they had just jumped out, right? Searched this guy on the sidewalk, frisked him all the way up, just like they did me. It was two vans. They was getting ready to go do a raid or something. Had to them. They'd say, "Hey, put your fucking hands up." I did like this. They searched me, squirrels all my pockets, and said, "Have a nice day." I said, "I guess fucking so." That's my right hand on the Bible and the cross right behind me. I put that on my daughter. They said, "Have a nice day." I couldn't believe it. But at the time, I didn't know what recording was about. I ain't know nothing. I said, "I guess fucking so." They jumped back in the two vans and they drove away. That was at the corner of White Hill and Moraine. I never forget it. I wish I had known about video then, because then I would have went to the grocery store next door and said, "Hey, let me hurry up and get those cameras before the footage is dissolved. Let me go to this car wash right here that I'm standing next to and get the video." But I didn't know. I didn't know nothing. They illegally searched me. They said, "Have a nice fucking day." That's DPD. So, yeah, man, get over there. Check out those videos. Like I said, I'm finna upload this next video. Illegal search, broad daylight. They do not care. You know, a lot of people was just as dumb as I was. They not even gonna respond. They gonna have a nice fucking day is what they gonna do. Just like he told me to do. They gonna go on about their business because they don't want no problems. They want to get to work the next day. They want to get back in the house to their friends and their family. They don't want no tension in their life. Right? So y'all stay tuned, man. It's your boy. We're gonna be back out real soon. It's Uncovering America, man. Always record. And don't forget, you gotta adjust. You gotta adjust to the time. All right? This is over with. All right? Hide your cameras. Get hidden cameras. Okay? I got the pen. I got the sunglasses. I got mini cameras. I'm about to lace up. On my body, off my body. It's going to be cameras everywhere. All right? When they see this, like I said, they already got memos out. Yeah, I mean, you might get some that'll still go into a blind rage. But you better hide them cameras. I'm telling you. It don't matter what your goal is. I don't care if you're trying to get a lawsuit or whatever the case may be or whatever. But if you're really genuine about catching some bad guys and really seeing true colors, because that's what I'm out there for. I want to see how you treating the average Joe who out there and he might be having a bad day. He has every right to have a bad attitude. He has every right to swear and say F the police. That's just how he feeling. As long as he ain't committing no crimes. Let's say he just having a bad day. How are you treating this guy? Yeah. How they being treated. So that's what we want to see. And you're going to really see that. All them guys that got punched in the mouth, They didn't have a camera out. They didn't have a camera out like this. All right. Now, government, these people, we all human. All right. But you'll be amazed when you see how stupid these people are. They stupid. Just like the everyday criminals that's out there. They stupid. It's true. A lot of these cops, they signing up. They don't know the details of the laws and all this shit and your rights that they're supposed to be protecting. They don't know. And then on top of that, yeah, they are devils. On top of that, they got bad intentions, right? They're not signing up because they really want to serve the community and make it a better place. And they got police backgrounds going throughout their family and all this and that and all these little fucking pretty stories that they want to come up with. Okay? A lot of them, they know the power that comes with the position. They know they can run these red lights. They know they can call you a loser. They know they can call you a bum. They know they can walk up in broad daylight and search you. And they know they can ride around 2 or 3 deep like a real life gang that they are and search you and plant stuff on you. I mean, these cases, they pop out every day. It's well documented. You can, I mean, for Christ's sake, you had the year before last, I believe it was, you had a Detroit cop off duty in a stolen Hellcat. DPD started chasing the car. He jump out. He started running on foot. They catch him. He fall to the ground. They flip him over. They see his face. It's a off-duty Detroit cop in a stolen Hellcat. This guy literally got off work, took his badge off, and went and stole a Hellcat. I mean, they don't get no dumber than that. So, again, can't stress it enough, man. Y'all gotta adjust with the times. I mean, yeah, you can still run around like this. You can still do that all you want to. But if you really, really want to see some true colors and you prepared to see what you gonna see, you put that camera up. If you can take a punch or maybe even a gunshot, or they might beat you to death. Okay, they'll do whatever they can do to you. If you're really ready to see that, you put that camera up and you hide it, or you have a third party. You have somebody else recording from a distance, or whatever you got to do to hide that camera and get your own footage, because that's gonna be the truth. They're gonna try to hide their body cameras or shut them off. The Robert Brooks case, when they just killed him in the hospital while he was in handcuffs. You heard what they said on the news. Nobody activated body cameras. Nobody. Out of 13 cops, nobody turned on the body cameras. The only thing that allowed them to get that footage was that the cameras was on standby. The body cams were on standby. And so they had footage but no sound. And that's all you needed. All right? That was the only thing that brought transparency, was that the cameras was on standby. Now, ain't that a shame? So, y'all have a good night, man. I got to be up 4 a.m. So, we putting in work, man. Go hard. It's your boy, man. Peace. We're going to be out in the field real soon, too, so stay ready at all times.